Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with my Atakline for this Monday, December the 12th, 2016. Hope everyone had a great weekend, keeping themselves warm, especially here in Michigan, where it snowed a lot last night, about 6 or 7 inches where I live. A lot of snow hit this state last night. Not just last night, but over the weekend. I have made an Atakline in a bit. So let's get going with some gigs. I had a lot of gigs last couple weeks since I made an Atakline. December 2nd, I did Powell, the 8th grade Christmas dance for the 7th year in a row. No, 8th year. The 8th year in a row. And it was my 10th year. It marked my 10th year of DJing Powell in general. It was an amazing, amazing show. It was epic. It was just terrific. Crowd was packed we've ever had. Most popular songs were the same as at Wilkinson. Juju on that beat and Black Beatles got requested a lot at that show. And even some gangster songs from Wilkinson got requested, like Ooh and Broccoli. But pop songs did well, as well. Like Bruno Mars' 24 Karat Magic, Starboy did okay. So it was a great fun show, and they were chanting my name at the end. After I played All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey and extra songs, the lights went up. They're like, DJ Zack Attack. Because some of these kids that had been with me for a while, because some of them went to Hevel in Indian Hills when I was DJing for them, when they were in elementary. So it was a great moment to celebrate my 10th year at Powell with this certain class. Then did 2 weddings the last couple of weeks. The 3rd, did a wedding for Laura Ibuliowicz, her new name Gooker, because I've known her family for a couple of years, because I DJ for Bayside Yacht Club for her parents, Bill and Debbie. It was at King's Court Castle in Lake Orion, part of this Canterbury Plaza place. It's very nice. It's like Frankenmuth Jr. That's what I compare it to. It's like Frankenmuth's like a Christmas destination. It's like a smaller version of Frankenmuth in this Canterbury Palace. It's like pretty cool. They had the reception at the castle and they had the chapel be the host of the ceremony. It was a fun reception. But almost 200 people at this party. A lot of people from Ohio. Got the cooker, the groom's family from Ohio. So I was requested Hang On Sloopy by the OSU multi-band by the counter with Hair to the Vectors. Go Blue, even though we blew an opportunity at the championship. Now we gotta play Orange Bowl against the Seminoles. Anyway, let's get the Lions to cheer on. Who'd have thought that? Anywho, the wedding was terrific. You know, polka and country kind of got popular. You know, probably the Grooves family liked polka. And I played Shout. Of course, I did a lot of... The newer stuff did okay. You know, like Uptown Funk, JT did well, but who would have thought cheesy 90s, like, you know, my standard, like Ice Ice Baby, all them songs didn't work. But they wanted fun songs, not sexy songs, like Pitbull, fun rap, not My Humps. You know, they wanted to dance to like Tell My Life and Honey I'm Good, not My Humps and Don't You Want a Girlfriend Like Me. Or Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me. But it was still a great wedding. So was when I did this past Friday the 9th. Another family friend, Jennifer Hudson. I've known her family for over 20 years. I've known her brother, younger brother Scott, since elementary school. Their dad was a Scoutmaster when I was in Cub Scouts. So the family and I go way back. It was an honor to DJ her wedding this past Friday at Freedom Hill Banquet Center. Yes, by the amphitheater in Michigan. And her husband's cool, Dave Chase, Mike Chase. I always call him Dave because that's Jennifer's dad's name, Dave. You know, that was a Cub Scout mouse there. And he was gushing about how I used to do these little events at the Washington Lions Club gazebo, and he remembered those. So it was like, but it was like kind of a sweet moment, especially with me DJing his daughter's wedding. So it was an amazing wedding, smaller wedding crowd than it was at the Imperial's wedding, but it was still a great show. A lot more gangsta stuff because you had Little Go requesting gangsta and Amanda, one of Antoinette's and Jennifer's friends, Antoinette Scott's friend, I'll say that. So I won't get in trouble in here. Amanda likes the gangster stuff. So I knew she requested a lot of that. Thank God it was only like a few, like Anaconda, like booty shaking music. I'm like, we have kids here. But at least we held them off for a couple. Obviously, Can't Stop the Feeling did well. Don't Stop Believing is one of the Ready Party songs. So I did that song. And I played older songs. So it's a decent show. Both ratings were great. They're the last 2 ratings of the year, and they're terrific. I got a party tomorrow night. Futures Core Staff Party. I've done that for the last couple of years in Livonia. That's Tuesday. Should be great. And then Special Needs Dance on Friday. And it's the first time I'm addressing it. This Friday, Special Needs Dance in Washington will be my last one. Getting too busy to do special needs. I'm getting a lot of bookings, not a lot of offers for those Fridays in the month. It's the 3rd Friday of every month, and a lot of people are asking me for gigs on that certain Friday. I had to miss 3 shows. Say no to 3 shows, including a long-time customer because of special needs. I'm getting busier and busier, so in the words of Oreo Speedwagon, it's time for me to fly. So I'm done with special needs after Friday. My first special needs dance in Washington was a Christmas dance. My last one's a Christmas one. It's going to be a little bit of sweet Friday. But it's the business move. It's business. I want to be open and expand myself to new audiences. I miss special needs. I love DJing them. I love the crowds I've gotten to see. My regular folks that come every month. I love them. I miss them. But it's time. The attendance is going up and down because I'm not there every month. So I miss your special needs. Now on with the entertainment news. Starting with your number 1 movie. For the 3rd week in a row, it's Moana, the Wax movie, with the sexiest man alive reigning supreme. Not much competition besides Office Christmas Party, which kind of bombed with 16 mil. Even with the arrest of star T.J. Miller and him hosting the Critics' Choice Awards didn't help. But the snowstorm across the country, especially here in Michigan, didn't help, probably. And La La Land, big award winner. I'll get to some awards in a second involving La La Land. Limited opening did pretty well, but probably get a more wide opening in a couple of weeks, especially with the nominations coming out in the Golden Globes. Will possibly help when it gets a wide release. So now on with the Billboard number 1s. Well, we have a new number 1, a lot of new number 1s recently. Metallica was number 1. The Weeknd kicked it off. And now we have a new number 1 album. It is the Hamilton mixtape. Yes, songs from Hamilton done by Sia, John Legend, Kelly Clarkson, Wiz Khalifa, among others. Debuted at number 1, 187 album units. 169 was in traditional album sales. Rest was streaming. Of course, the Grammy-winning Cast soundtrack was big, and I think it's the highest charting Broadway release ever. I don't think any Broadway album's gone to number 1. And it's a compilation that's a not now. Because a lot of now albums have been number 1. Now 60 just came out. I feel old. I remember it was Now 1 back in 98. Damn, when CDs were still around. So, anyway, there you go. Congrats to the new number 1 album, Hamilton Mixtape, and still number 1, 5th week in a row. Yes, it's the Mannequin Challenge song, Black Beatles, reigns supreme. Well, Machine Gun Kelly gets a top 10 hit with Camila from Fifth Harmony with Bad Things jumping in the top 10. So congrats to those number 1, Hamilton and Ray Swimmer. Now I mentioned La La Land a little while ago getting a little bit of release. And it leads the Golden Globe nominations in film, along with Moonlight. 7 nominations for La La Land, 6 for Moonlight. With La La Land competing against Sing Street, Florence Foster Jenkins, 20th Century Woman, and a big surprise, Deadpool getting a Golden Globe nod for Best Musical Comedy Film. Usually, superhero films are mostly shafted from these kind of shows, but Deadpool is in the nominations. But Moonlight will take on Manchester by the Sea, Lion, Hell or High Water, and Hacksaw Ridge, the Mel Gibson film, for Best Motion Picture Drama. Apparently Mel Gibson is coming back. He's also nominated for, I think he's nominated for Best Director for Hacksaw Ridge and a couple others. Other big nods and surprises: Jonah Hill getting nominated for War Dogs for Best Actor in a musical comedy film, along with Ryan Gosling, Hugh Grant, Ryan Reynolds, in Deadpool, and Colin Farrell. Arrival not getting major film nods, but Amy Adams got nominated. She's a favorite in the awards season. She has 2 films she's nominated for, not nominated for, but that were considered for awards. And Arrival getting nominated. And even Nicole Kidman got nominated for Lion. JT got nominated for Can't Stop the Feeling for Best Song. A lot of snubs, though, in the films. Finding Dory, despite being big in the box office, did not get a nomination in the Best Animated Film. Despite nominations for 2 other Disney films, the reigning #1 movie Moana and Zootopia, Dory got shafted. Leaving room for Sing, which is not even out yet, My Life is a Zucchini, and Kubo and the 2 Strings getting the nods. Also getting shafted, Sully, the airplane film about the pilot who landed on the Hudson. No nominations for the film, no Clint Eastwood, and more importantly, not for perennial awards favorite Tom Hanks got shafted for Best Actor. So very, very interesting that award that movie got the shaft. And Denzel got no nominations for Best Director or Best Drama for his film Fences. Now, Viola Davis got Best Supporting Actress nod, but he did not get any nominations for the film in general or the directing. And the movie also got shafted, Jackie. Natalie Portman got nominated for Best Actress for playing Jackie Onassis Kennedy in that film, but the film itself did not get nominated for anything. For film or directing or anything, so big surprise there. TV-wise, leading the nods in the TV department. The People vs. O.J. Simpson, the big winners at the Emmys, gets 5 nominations in the Golden Globes. It's like it's a big snubs in the TV. Mr. Robot, despite its star Rami Malek getting nominated, Mr. Robot did not get nominated for Best Series. Now, it did win Best Drama Series at the Golden Globes last year. So it's kind of shocking that Season 2 did not get a Best Series nod this year. So very intriguing. Also getting shafted, Taraji P. Henson, not just for Hidden Figures, but also getting shafted again for Empire in the TV department. So that's some of the snubs in the TV. Some big, and of course, Modern getting shafted again. But if you're a diehard Modern fan, you should know. Modern and Golden Globes don't go together. But Blackish gets a nomination for Best Comedy, along with Mozart in the Jungle, Transparent, a former winner for Best Comedy, and Veep in Atlanta. I wonder if Atlanta loses, if someone will jump the stage like they did last night when Atlanta lost in the Critics' Choice Awards against Silicon Valley, which ironically is not even nominated in this award at the Golden Globes. Streaming shows take over, especially in the drama department, with Stranger Things, the big hit from Netflix, being nominated, along with Transparent being nominated Best Comedy, and Mozart in the Jungle nominated. You would have thought Stranger Things would get more nominations than Game of Thrones. They'll both face off a Best Series drama against 2 rookie shows, Westworld, and a big new drama, This Is Us, from NBC. Could be biased because it's on NBC, but we shall see. I expect OJ to win a lot like they did at the Emmys. Like the Emmys and Golden Globes have some of the same winners. Like the people that won the Emmys win the Golden Globes. And same with the Oscars too. People that win the Golden Globes usually winning the Oscars too. So expect Julia Drivers to win again. For Best Actress in a Comedy Series, expect Tony Hale to win again for Best Supporting Actor in a TV show. Wait a minute, he's not even nominated. But Christian Slater is. So interesting. I expect big nights for people for this O.J. Simpson Veep. I'll be surprised if Stranger Things wins Best Drama over Game of Thrones. The winner of the Emmys this past September. Expect Big Night for La La Land to be hosted by Jimmy Fallon. Yay. Like, Ricky Gervais didn't do that bad last year. He wasn't as bad as past years. He was kind of funny this year. But I think Fallon will do well. He's hosted the Emmys, he's hosted the VMAs, and hosted the MTV Movie Awards. Now it's time for him to host another big award show, the Golden Globes, on NBC on January 8th. So there you go. I shall end this attack line with some concert news involving an interesting pairing. Two generations combining. As Lionel Richie set to go back in the world on another All the Hits tour. Now, a couple of years ago, he went on this tour in mostly amphitheaters, including Putnam. He toured with CeeLo Green, exposing himself to a new generation, with younger generation artists touring with them. He's got another artist like that transcends a different generation than his, that he is a big part of, the generation that he's a big part of. Can't find the words to say. It's got an interesting opener this time, like CeeLo. It's Mariah Carey. Yep. Her first U.S. tour in 6 years. She's been doing a couple residencies in New York and Vegas. And now she'll be touring with Lionel. And I think if I am correct, this is the first time that Mariah has been an opener for somebody. And the first co-headlining, but she's a special guest. The tour will kick off March 15th in Baltimore. They'll be in Michigan twice. On the west side of the state, March 28th in Grand Rapids. And on April 11th at the Palace. They'll also be in Columbus, Chicago, St. Paul, Pittsburgh, Philly, California. Last stops in California and Sacramento, LA, San Diego, Anaheim, Houston. They won't be at the Garden, Madison Square Garden. They'll be at the TD Garden, but they'll be at Nassau Coliseum, the newly renovated new Nassau Coliseum. Those will be in New Orleans, Nashville, before ending May 27th in Florida. So there you go. Interesting pairing with two different generations coming together. Lionel Richie and Mariah Carey. Strange billing, but I think it'd be an intriguing one. I'm not going because I'm planning to be in Vegas that week that they're in town. But it's still intriguing. So that is it for my Attack Line. Thank you so much for watching. That mind you've been attacked by the news from Zach. See you later. Bye-bye.